Guys, so hey guys, so we did have the prediction, 2020 prediction, and that's that Trump would be ahead and some more votes would come in. So I predicted Florida, right? I mean, the usual suspects, but I have to say the Democrats were pretty clever. They knew everybody would be looking at Florida, and they figured they could get there other ways. Arizona, Georgia, Wisconsin, Michigan. So as we're seeing, I'm going to go through a few. I pulled up and put together a bunch of evidence that we see here. But we're going to start with Biden wins more votes than any other presidential candidate in U.S. history. Biden. More than Obama first term, more than Obama second term. Do you remember how many people and how excited everybody was about Obama in 2008? It was insane. But Biden won more votes. The guy couldn't get 3 people to a rally. So here we're going to start going through some of the videos, and there's more and more people are watching the polls. People are seeing certain fishy things. But just here, it's from the horse's mouth here.
We have put together, I think, the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics. We have put together, I think, the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics.
So from the horse's mouth, we have that little slip, and that gaffe, if you can call it a gaffe, that happened. I saw this about a week or two ago. So we have some more people transposing information. Look, and she's just filling the top. And the guy during the video, he's explaining that he's watched her do the same thing and fill out those same exact bubbles for somewhere between 30 minutes to an hour. And she just keeps doing it. Oh, on to the next. Oh, and the guy doesn't even flip to the next one, does he? Look, right? So she fills them. Let's assume he's reading them out. Oh, he does flip it over. Okay. But, they're all the exact same. What are the odds? And apparently in certain counties, you're not even supposed to do that in certain states. So I don't know if that's even legal. Here we got another one. Just opening and filling out ballots. Just fixing your vote for you. You know, not a big deal. Oh, there's her pen. She's getting bored. And these get worse as we go through. These get a lot worse. So here, we have another one. This is in Pennsylvania. Clearly agitated at something. More people just filling out votes. And she's not, what is she transcribing from? Who is she transcribing to? So that's the same woman as before. Here. Oh, looking around. What's going on here? Oh, there's another one where the guy is tearing it up, literally. So, and then we have James O'Keefe, if you haven't heard him.
Supposed to hear that. I was one of the last carriers in the building. I don't even think he realized I was still there.
Okay, tell me where you work.
I work at the post office in Erie, PA.
Tell us what happened this morning, November the 5th.
This morning I was casing my route and I saw the postmaster pull one of our supervisors to the side. And as he was pulling the supervisor, it was really close to where my case was, so I was able to listen in. And I heard him say to the supervisor that they messed up yesterday. I was like, oh, what did they mess up on? And he told the supervisor that they had postmarked one of the ballot for the 4th instead of the 3rd, because they were supposed to put them for the 3rd.
Why was he upset?
Because, well, he's honest to God, he's actually a Trump hater. But because it may have came from Pittsburgh. I don't know the whole details because I'm not a supervisor. All these ballots that are coming in today, tomorrow, yesterday, are all supposed to be postmarked the 3rd.
Do you believe that order still stands?
Yes, no doubt, considering that they still want us to pick up ballots tomorrow. They had a specific meeting, safety meeting, where one of the higher ups, Rob and Stephanie, basically told us to make sure we pick up the ballots and give them directly to the supervisor.
Rob, the postmaster.
Yes.
And you're telling me that they're still asking people to pick up ballots tomorrow, November 6th?
Yes.
There's a whistleblower inside your office that says that you have been
this is
ordering
good.
employees to backdate ballots to November 3rd from November 4th and 5th.
That's untrue, and I don't talk to reporters. Thank you.
Okay, but we've had multiple sources say that this is happening. He hung up the phone on them.
So, regardless of your feelings about James O'Keefe, he really just dives in there. So we have another one.
Why would
Any ballots?
is USPS still taking ballots?
Yeah, believe it or not, yeah.
Why are they still taking?
Who knows? I have
Okay.
no idea. It's going to be a big lawsuit, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I got you. All right, sir. Well, you have a good rest of your night.
Yeah, you
okay?
too. Yep. Thanks.
So a USPS worker there taking more ballots.
Yeah, where can I find a handful of them?
I don't know, man. Hey, I'm almost finished with the boxes today.
All right, brother.
Hey, not a problem, man. I'm gonna see if I can get you some like a little nice little handful. What's your unit number?
You're gonna get a handful?
What's your unit number?
322. You gonna get a handful?
I'll probably put I don't know, maybe. If it's in there, I ain't do it.
And you'll put some in there for me.
I might, man.
All right,
See
brother.
what I can do.
A postal worker in Nevada offered our undercover journalist a handful of ballots that was sent to the wrong address. This is another example of USPS voter fraud.
So, the idea of voter fraud, right? If you have one guy here doing it, that's evidence of voter fraud. You don't need to have evidence of every single person that ever committed it. But it's a really difficult prosecution because they just don't want to do it. So we're going to get into some good news real quick and then some possibly future exciting news. So I don't know if this is true. This has been floating around a bit. This is, March 7, 29 p.m. I saw this earlier. In a stunning turn of events, Department of Homeland Security announced that there was a federal government sting planned and executed for this election. It was established this was intentional to determine the margin of fraud in the election system. With confusion in the election results as it is, the amount of fraud identifiers found in the sting is staggering. More than 14 million ballots have been reviewed nationwide for the Department of Homeland Security's new election countermeasure. As of 7/18 Eastern Standard Time, 80% of the ballots have failed ballot integrity checks under the measure. Debrief of the election countermeasure from the Department of Homeland Security can be found below. The highest frequency of these non-marked ballots is coming from Arizona and Michigan, where over 48% of counted ballots did not contain this watermark. These votes are overwhelmingly supportive of the Democrat, obviously Joe Biden. Background audit has been planned since as early as May 2018. So apparently the Department of Homeland Security, I don't know if that's true. That's yet to be seen. Here, I got a little sound going here. A little lighter humor from the Babylon Bee. Trump estimates that it could take 4 more years to accurately count all the votes. Yeah, I think a lot of us would be okay with this. And here, of course, is a little bit of 4chan excitement. And 4chan was responsible for driving Shia LaBeouf, into insanity and isolation when they kept taking down their "He Will Not Divide Us" flag and trolling that whole thing. There's some funny videos on that. Internet Historian does a great series on that. You should definitely check it out. But here's the 4chan one. Anonymous people. That's the name for him. Anons realize that in order for the plan to go forward, Trump must lose. If he wins, court will not hear fraud cases. That's true. You can't sue someone if you don't have damages, if you don't have something that you were injured by. Not even individual states that could be overturned to change the margin. This is precedent. The objective is exposure, dark to light. You can tell them, you have to show them. This is why Trump must lose, so he can take the evidence, the real evidence, not the misdirection stuff they're throwing at the media now, and introduce it to court. The real evidence, I suggest, is far more powerful than anything we've seen so far and far more extensive. All this stuff about Sharpies and dead voters, while significant, is a distraction and a drop in the bucket. They cannot disclose this evidence, for if they do, then the perpetrators may have time to reverse course and allow a Trump victory and go to their plan B. So the evidence is likely something the enemy believes is airtight and they'll get away with. All the Republicans keeping their mouth shut is peculiar. Are they cowards and hedging their bets, or do they know something? So Republicans have historically, before Trump, been huge cowards. And here at the Cult of Accelerationism, we would like President Trump to get reelected, because that is that spins the wheel faster. So if you want to do a little bit of looking yourself, here's a list of 14,000 dead people who voted in Wayne County. That's Detroit. Here's the website where you can verify it. So there's a woman, this woman who would be 102, apparently filed her absentee ballot on time. They received hers 6:12. The ballot was sent 9:30. Ballot received 10:07. Yeah, she filed early because she knew she was 1 foot in the grave. Eleanor Miller from 1903 checks out. Birth month January. That's peculiar. June Aiken, August 1900. She's 120 years old. Amazing. So what we have here, and then we have the piece de resistance.
1776 will never be conquered. That spirit of human liberty is
Alex
bigger than
Jones.
America. It's the human soul, and it's spreading out worldwide, demanding its liberty, and we will have 1776 come hell or high water.
So that is where it appears to be going.
America is fighting for its life, and the moment we're in is as important as 1776, July 4th. And so I love you, and I admire you, and I salute you, and I appreciate you. The world is watching me.
So, however this turns out, like I said, with my prediction, we were correct on Trump appearing to win. and then votes start flooding in. So it didn't happen in Florida like I thought it would, but we are seeing it in Georgia. I mean, that Georgia's gonna go for Biden. That's a foregone conclusion. Pennsylvania, I mean, I don't know if they can churn him out that fast, to be honest, but we will see. We will see. I will keep posting videos of interesting little clips I see here and there and whatnot. So good luck and safe travels.